Hello, Group 1. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. Let me introduce you to your main card. It has the number 14 and it says Badra Kali. And I was thinking that before I get into your message, to just have a look and see what astrological influences are present in your reading. Okay, so we got Neptune, we got Virgo, and we got Gemini. So this could be that you got your Neptune in Gemini or Virgo, or that Virgo or Gemini has some very significant placements in your birth chart. Sorry. But the overall energy is with these signs and the planet combined with your main card. What I'm getting for you is that the thing that will end, because this reading is sort of a end of the year reading, and the thing that will end and what is for you, it is a liberation from fear. That is what I'm getting strongly for you, okay? The fear that you've been experiencing and that you will experience a liberation from can be very strongly connected to support and safety of not having enough or being enough. The struggles and challenges that you've met this year specifically, they could have been very stubborn and persistent in trying to teach you about them, like they're the only truth that they want you to see, like they're almost like the only reality for you to experience. And the liberation from these fears, they will come with gentleness. It's like a calm that will soothe the storm. So you got both what will end, but also the way it will end, and then a little bit of what is to come for you next. And that could be specifically in the year to come. Okay, you got the 10 of Pentacles with generational wealth, 8 of Pentacles with imposter syndrome, and the 3 of Cups with couples costume. It's like the last year, maybe even years for you, there has been a theme of lessons, wisdom to learn from life when it comes to your foundation, when it comes to the parts of your life that is connected to reality. It could be like the way that you support yourself, the way that money comes into your life. It could be where you live and how you live in the space that you inhabit. It could also have to do with the spaces where you are in your everyday life, like both your home and where you work, and the connections that are connected to that. There has been a lot of lessons learned. For some of you, even upheavals in an absolute form. There could have been, like the card says here, imposter syndrome, that you don't know quite what it is that you're doing or why you are at a certain place. You could have felt completely out of place of where you are or the way that you are existing within your foundation. the lessons that you've learned that is connected to these aspects of life, they're coming to an end. You've already learned them. You've done a great job being observant and picking out the truth in them. So that means that even if these hardships have presented themselves as like the only reality, the only thing that wants your focus and your attention, you have still been able to discern the truth in that and to take out the illusion of that. What is to come for you from this? It is a new way of existing in your foundation that can be given to you in a generous way, where you will feel much more free to create the things that you want. This illusion of not belonging or not knowing quite what it is that you're supposed to do, or doing things and not being quite sure if that is a true reflection of who you are or a true expression of who you are. And you're like, let's see and wait for the results to show that to me. And even when the results come, you're like, I'm still not sure. Like, what is this? What is it that I'm doing? What is it that I'm supposed to do? Why is my foundation and life showing up in this way? That has to do with lessons that needed to be learned. And what is ending, it is the need to learn these lessons. You've done a great job, okay? 10 of Pentacles is here to show you that there is like you going from the Ace of Pentacles, of like laying the foundation by learning about yourself and your connection to your foundation, okay? But then moving and switching towards the 10 of Pentacles. But I also want to stress that with the 8 of Pentacles, this moving from the foundation until having a lot of things built upon your foundation, which the 10 of Pentacles is representing, that is a process. That is a process that has required your attention. Your skill set has also been required of you to be used, and you've done that. A way that you can use to see your progress in reshaping your foundation and then building new things on that foundation, it is the way that connections will be with you, for you. The more harmonious the connections will be, the more you will know that the foundation is being set and it's coming to a finish, like the building of the foundation is coming to a finish. And now you can start to build new things on your foundation. You got the bison with abundance, and this will be placed there because I always place the first card there, and it will be placed next to the 10 of Pentacles. So this card says, Sacred Buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. And as I said, it's being positioned next to the 10 of Pentacles. And you got Tiger with fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Okay. So fire signs could also be very important for this group, But we also got actually Virgo showing up one more time, and we got Cancer also. So there's a little bit of a mix here. So Neptune could be connected to Virgo, to Gemini, to Cancer, or to a fire sign for this group. But here's the thing. Because you've learned the lessons, because you've understood life and how to discern the things that are showing up in your life, you've learned how to burn some things away, both on your inside and on your outside. You've learned the mastery of how to use fire to both keep you warm and safe, but also to free yourself from things that are keeping you trapped. That learning will be just one of the most important things that you will ever learn in this lifetime, to direct you towards the life that is important for you to live, and more specifically towards the things in life that is connected to you feeling supported and safe. So that could be, to put it like in practical terms, that could be you choosing in a very conscious way to change the way that you either get a salary, but also the way that you live with your salary. So you could actually, with the tiger, become very, very good at learning how to invest in things, or how to make the resources, whatever they are that come into your life, to give you more of that same resource. Okay, the resource could be a gift that you have, the resource could be a salary that you have, or some savings that you have, or something connected to that will come into your life as part of abundance, that you will learn how to make more of what it is that you already have. So if that is a skill set that you have, or a gift, you will learn how to make sure that this resource gives you more things in your life that benefits you and that makes you feel safe and supported in your life. And this has everything to do with the way that you've been learning from life and listening to life, but also discerning what is just pure BS of what is showing up in your life. To be like, no, like, I know that you're trying to show me or tell me that this is the only reality, that what you're telling me is the only truth, but I just know that's not true. Okay, so just stop talking. Like, you learned how to discern also. Oh, I don't know why I showed you this card first. That just happened, but this is the Six of Swords. Okay, and underneath the card, the deck, we have the Three of Swords. This is what you could be going through right now, of pain and sorrow. This could be you misinterpreting your ability to reshape your foundation. This could be a misinterpretation, like things will never change, or that things are set in stone. But this is also showing that this is what you're working through right now, that if that is your emotion, if that is what is coming up to the surface, then that is also what you are working through right now. Through you allowing this process to happen, I think that is why also the Six of Swords wanted to come through first for you. That is also how you will be moving on from these harsh times where you've almost been convinced that reality is harsh, towards the rainbow. You know, the rainbow, there has to be rain for the rainbow to show up. And that is also part of the process of you discerning life. That you know that, yes, I know that what I'm going through is rain. That it's making me cold and uncomfortably wet. But I also know for a fact that there is a rainbow after the rain. And that is where you're moving through right now. So the process that is showing up for you, it is asking of you to let it come up to the surface, because it is on its way to leave. You have the Eight of Pentacles again, weaving something that will not just be part of your foundation, exactly where you're standing, exactly where you're living. It will actually become bigger and bigger. And that was part of your initial message, that because the foundation is being reshaped, you will also know what to build upon that foundation that will be an expansion for you. And we can see it so clearly here with this creativity of the spider, of just making a bigger and bigger web that will trap things in your web that you can use to feel supported and safe, and that will benefit you in your life. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you know, the Six of Swords and Eight of Cups, like both talking about you leaving, you moving, you being in a place now where you won't be when this process has come to an end. Oof, look at this lightning strike. This is the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of sixes and eights coming through for you. So like August, June could be significant timings. That could be your sun sign also. But look at this lightning striking down, centering your life to benefit you, for things to happen for you, because there's a lot of momentum, right? A lot of things moving, happening, growing. And the Eight of Wands is also here to tell you that the things that you've put out with good intentions, they are coming back to you. That is just the law of reality. And you also have the Two of Swords. You know, the Two of Swords is here to tell you that what you can use in your outer reality to guide yourself to understand what is going on. Look into your relationships. Don't feel cursed or even blessed. Just look into it as a mean to understand where in this phase you're at. It doesn't necessarily have to be like either chaotic or just pure bliss within your relationships. There's actually much more depth and layers to it that you can use to understand your process, where it's at, and you can keep going back to looking at your relationships to see, because it is connected to when the foundation will be set and renewed, and when the timing will be for you to start rebuilding things. The things that you will want to rebuild are things that you will want to see expand. You can also use your relationships as a mirror to see and look into the timing. When will be the best timing to take the next step? This is very specific for you, coming through very specifically for you. And that is like a guide to help you navigate, especially if you feel a bit tired, because when you feel tired, even your intuition can be hit hard in that. So you're not being left alone or left with left in a state of confusion where you won't know where to go next or what to do next to benefit you. There are things that will mirror back to you the true expression of your process. Okay, pile one or group one, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. I don't know if you can hear it because it's quite far away, but as soon as I started talking, there is fireworks on the outside of my neighborhood, or maybe it's in my neighborhood, but that's quite interesting, isn't it? Fireworks, that signifies like both things happening and showing up, but also celebratory energy. So let's keep that in mind all through your reading. But I thought actually that before I get to your message, let's just see what astrological influences are present. So we got Sagittarius, we got Virgo and Pluto. Okay. If you felt drawn to pile 1, go check that out because they had major Virgo energy coming through for them. But I forgot to introduce you to your main card because the fireworks started. So you chose card number 3 with Kaladara. Okay, so let's get into your message. Let's just place them here. Okay, so what I'm getting for you is uncertainty. That is what is ending for this group. This could be uncertainty connected to resources, to lack, to nothingness. The shift, it will be like from uncertainty and towards generosity is what I'm getting for you. So you could have lost hope because of how uncertainty have showed up in your life. But what I'm getting is that the uncertainty or your hope will be restored through creativity. It's, creativity as the power of creation. Generosity, it is life giving to you, and creativity, that is life creating for you or to you. This is where you're headed. So we're getting like what is ending, it is uncertainty. How is it ending? Through generosity and creativity, but that is also where you're heading towards. I think the firework is connected to these keywords for your reading, that is creativity and generosity, that things will like show up, maybe even like out of nowhere, just like fireworks start to happening in your life. And that could also be speaking to more than one thing happening for you. So you got the Page of Swords, teletherapist. You got the Ace of Wands with microdose. And we see like a space man, an astronaut just spacewalking. And we see a climber climb up this magic mushroom. And we got the Two of Pentacles with work-life balance. And here we have Capricorn also present. But if we look at this card, we see two aspects of life. One is connected to Bitcoin or like resources and money. And one is connected to home. And here is a planet which I assume is Venus. So Venus could also be significant for this group. But let's just take a look at this and see what is going on for you in the ending part. So this is definitely speaking about two areas of your life, at least two areas of your life. And that could be like your home life and your work life, but this could also be speaking about your inner world and your outer world, that will find a balancing between them. Because what is centering your reading with creativity and generosity, it is that you will be given an opportunity to actually level up or climb up, because this mushroom is like growing all the way up to space. So you could be going towards something that you're not expecting. It could be something brand new, actually, with the Page of Swords, that could be quite exciting, but also quite unexpected. And this could be directly connected to how things will end, because we got the force of creation, or the power of creation. Because creation and the creative power that it has, it doesn't ask for permission to create. It doesn't even ask us like what it is that we like, and then it will only create those things. It has a mind of its own, and that is why I'm getting that what will be created for you will be exciting, but also quite unexpected. It's like it is so high up that it could be not showing itself to you in its details or in its characteristics, so that when it shows up, you will be quite surprised. Also with Pluto, it could have been far away from you all your life, but you had to go through a process of balancing yourself out in at least two areas of your life, finding balance in that, and finding how to exist in balance within both of those lives. That could be talking about the process of how you will get to this unexpected thing that is quite high up, in its structure and in the way that it will affect your life. It could almost feel a bit spacey being there, like, oh my God, like this is all encompassing in a way that I can see Earth from this place where I'm at, that I can have a bigger picture, understanding things, also with the Page of Swords. But what is ending, it is this process of taking you there. That process has to do with balancing out how you exist in different areas of your life. There's strong, also with the Ace of Wands, strong creative power going on here. Things being created for you, to you. But we also got generosity, right? Which is also connected to the Ace of Wands, of how much energy this card carries. And that could be something that you actually need to experience, life being generous towards you. And very specifically, this won't be for all of you, but some of you are waiting for a confirmation or a contact or an answer, a response about a job or about a home that will help you a lot in your everyday life to actually reach new heights of living, of existing, that is much more beneficial for you. So we got Wolf, Pathfinder, and this card says, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Pathfinder. So a new path will be created for you through generosity. So this could mean that you will be given many options or many paths to choose between. But what you will be most focused on, it is that you will want to choose. Also with the Page of Swords, that is you receiving options. You will want to choose the thing that will contribute to your life in a balanced way. Because it could also be actually that while you want your foundation or your everyday life to be balanced, it could be because there's something else that you want to focus on. And if your energy is being spilled out into just making sure that you have enough resources in your life, or that you have enough energy just to make it through, then you won't be able to focus on this other thing that could be your passion. So when you will be given an opportunity or a path will open up to you, it could either be more than one path opening up to you, but it could also be that more options in one path will be opening up to you. And what you will want to choose, it is to be balanced and just be well in your foundation, in your everyday life, so that you can focus on another option that could be like out of this world, that could take you to new heights. And we got the White Stag Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. That is what you could have been like waiting for a very long time, to be able to create what it is that you want to create, a dream, something very close to your inner being, like who you are, your inner core. And then this message is just for you to know that you are meant to create this, and that you can use your intuition to take you in that direction. Because the message also came through that you are an old soul, that also tells you that you know deep inside how to get there. What you need help with is most likely this balance between your outer world and your inner world. To have that balanced out so there's no friction there. When that happens, you will know how to reach the top of this magic mushroom, or just simply your own magic, because magic is coming through with the Ace of Wands, but also with the White Stag, that you are meant to create blessings with your magic. Your magic is something that you could have protected in a sense that you haven't even allowed it to be part of your path, because when you looked at your path, you'll be like, no, it's almost like your path isn't like, how do I say, like not good enough for your magic. Like, does that make sense? I'm not quite sure even what that means, but like you've taken a look at where you're at and you're like, no, it's not a good suit for my magic. That is the options coming in for you, the paths opening up for you. It is for you to make conscious choices about how to use what it is that you've been protecting, so that it can actually start being part of your life and moving around in it, experimenting with it, seeing how it can exist in your life. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, there could have been confusion that you're like, I don't even know if my magic has a spot on this planet. Like, does it have a space for itself here? You could have been confused about how to make it happen. What is the next step to take? And when different options will be presented to you, You will be very concerned about making the best decision for this thing to still be protected, for your magic to still be protected, where this will take you. You will still be a little bit hesitant. You will be like this guardian. And that will be a good thing for you to operate from that mindset. We got the Ace of Wands again. There is, again, creative power of creating things for you in your life. Out of generosity, also with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is also pointing towards the many paths that you will go, that you will find, or the many options. The Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Yeah, like if you felt drawn to pile one, definitely check it out. And the King of Cups. We got the Ten of Swords underneath the deck. Things are being wrapped up for you, for sure. There are things going on in your life right now that are connected to feeling that life is hard on you, that you will never meet again. It doesn't mean that life will never show up from its negative aspects again. Of course it will. That is how life is. But however, there are some aspects of how life is showing up now that you won't see again. So where you're going, that is connected to creativity and generosity, it's been long coming. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, it's been long coming. But now will be the time when this process ends of finding balance in how you exist in at least two areas of your life. When that process ends, because yeah, it could have been a very long process for you, that is when you will start to harvest the results of your intentions. The King of Cups is here to tell you that in a very there's a very simple message for you there. You will love your life. You will love how you operate in different areas of your life, and you will love the balance that you will find in your life. Because of the balance that will be between your outer world and your inner world, you will be able to focus on what you love, on what it is that you want to do. Maybe you don't even know what that is, but you will be able to find that out. That is also like the Ace of Wands, you know, experiencing that pure creativity, your pure potential as a new thing, as something that will be like a new start for you. So simply put, you will both love your life and also love the possibilities being presented to you to create what it is that you want to create. Okay, group 2, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. Let me introduce you to your main card. It has a number 2 and it says Vishva Mata. And I was thinking before I get into your message, because I'm picking up on some things, I just want to take a look at what astrological influences are present in your reading. So we got Venus, Leo, and Scorpio. I just love Scorpio. Okay, so you could have your Venus in Scorpio or in Leo. Scorpio and Leo could also be very significant in your birth chart. They could be the big threes or your north node. Venus could also have some very interesting placements in your birth chart, but with these energies coming together, working together with your main card, this is what I'm getting for you, a very specific message, and that is trust where you're being led. And this could be hard for you to do because life could have led you through uncertainty and dark times that could have felt like you were almost like being tested. Okay? So trust that you're being led and trust where you're being led could be a hard message for you to digest. And I totally get that, okay? But here's the thing. You are being led towards grace, is what I'm getting specifically. That specific word. That is like the key word for this group is grace. So whatever has been going on this last year, it has to do with bringing your capacity to the front seat. That you don't deny yourself any part of your being. So what is ending? It is this like quote unquote test, okay? And the result you will live in, it will look like inspiration and motivation with a loyalty and focus towards your true self. We got the Hierophant with Instagram Guru, Page of Wands, House DJ. Yeah. And the Page of Swords with Teletherapist. If you felt drawn to group 2, that is your intuition telling you that there's a message there for you. So definitely trust your intuition always, right? But here's the thing. This has to do with your identity and your being, okay? What you're being led towards. It is this grace of being who you are, even if it is quite contradictory at times, being who you are. And the last year could also, you know, when we were talking about this quote-unquote test, it could have been testing your individuality, your identity, leading to you shedding some skin of like leaving some aspects of you behind in the past that no longer serves you. And with the Page of Swords, like finding new ways of being, new sides of you that could have been quite new. And that is why also, because you've allowed yourself to be as different as you are, or having like different sides of you that can be quite contradictory still exist in the same space. That is why inspiration and motivation is where you're being led. Because as I was saying, like there's a, as the like when you pass the test, the result that you will get will be this loyalty towards you, towards your true self, no matter what you've been taught about it. Or there's like a newfound love and respect and even admiration that you have towards yourself, where you won't be scared to show yourself off. And that could be a crucial thing that you learned, because there's something new that wants to be created, or that you want to go towards. For that to be happen, there is like a sense of you being able to love yourself, admire yourself, to show yourself off. And that could be very much specifically tied to the contradictory parts of your identity. That could make you actually very interesting and help you stand out. So we got Taurus showing up also with the Hierophant, also connected to Venus. That could also be significant for this group. But there's also like a new sense of respect for who you are. It's like you know how hard it was to pass this test that you've gone through. Like life took you by the hand and like, you know what? Let's walk together, but it won't be easy. But where we're going is just towards grace. And you're like prepared, knowing what will happen, how hard it will be. And you're like, I'm not doing this to be in hardships. I'm doing this to walk towards grace, to reach that state. And when this test will end, because that is what this reading is about, right? Like what is ending? It is this quote unquote test that you've gone through. And you know how hard it was to pass it. And because of that, you have like profound respect for yourself, where you're like, I am my own teacher. I am my own guru. Like if people want to learn from me, take things from my experiences to benefit them, I would understand why they would want to do that. So you got Squirrel, always prepared. And it says, you are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. Okay, so here we have this contradiction of hard work, hard play. Work hard, play hard. We got the guru of the Hierophant, but we also got the exciting, passionate energies of the Page of Wands. This is your gift. This is what makes you unique. This is what helps you stand out. And you will benefit greatly from being this way. We also got Lion with higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. So this, you going through these hardships, and the final result will be this newfound love, respect, admiration that you have for yourself. Why it was crucial for you to learn this? It is preparing you for a higher calling. It is preparing you for something big. Maybe higher calling doesn't resonate with you. I totally get that. But then it is preparing you for something big with the Page of Swords that could be like a brand and fresh new start. But for that to be possible, you need to be fully who you are. That is quite exciting and interesting. But also like accepting towards yourself, because that is what will get you where you want to go. Like you will reach new heights and see new places because of how unique and different you are. There could also be something connected to the internet, to connections through internet that could be also connected to higher calling. If you felt drawn to like learning more about technology, about how to use certain platforms, then do that, because that could also be like you preparing yourself to where you're going. Too many. Right, it's okay, it's actually this one. Okay. So you got the Five of Wands. Where you're going, you know, it suits you, it fits you. It will be a true representation of who you are, but it will require of you to show off your skills, show off who you are, to stand in your power and in your own grace. It can be quite competitive or having a lot of competition. That is also why you're being asked and taught by life to understand how unique you are, how special you are, and to respect those aspects of you, because that is how you will stand out in the competition field. We got the Two of Cups, yeah. Yeah, you're going definitely towards the life that you're supposed to live and have what you're supposed to have. This is also talking about purpose, feeling meaningful, experiencing life as being purposeful, that there's a thought behind things, that there's a purpose behind why things are happening. You got another lion with the Strength card. The Nine of Wands. You know, this is simply with the Page of Wands aligning to the Strength card. This is that talking to you about, yeah, we got Leo also. Leo. Self-confidence. Self-confidence. And it could have been a hard way that you had to learn to be confident within yourself. You could have been through like many versions of yourself with the Nine of Wands, but you've never given up. And now is definitely not the time to give up. You could have gone through many versions of life, many versions of this quote-unquote test. Maybe you didn't even know if you were capable enough or worthy enough to be confident, to know that you're awesome and great. But that is why you're being led towards grace by the end of this all. To just know that, look at what I went through, and look at how well I passed this quote-unquote test. Like, how can I not be confident, have gone through that? Of course I'm awesome. Like, it's so urgent for you to come to that place that you're the shit. Because that is also part of you experiencing things having a purpose, that there's a thought behind things, why they're happening. And the Magician, look at all these fast, speedy animals coming up for you. But they're also predators, right? They're animals that win. They're animals that are very high up in the cycle of existence. And that is just like, predators, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean that you will do this on other people's expense. No, this is just simply how life is. Some people are like these animals that go far, can run far, and that are very high up in the system. And they can make it work for others being that high up. But that is definitely connected to like higher calling, if that is something you resonate with, or you achieving something big, because you've definitely experienced different versions of you. You're well experienced also with Scorpio about who you are. Now it's time for you to experience a new version of you, and to see how that will influence your life. You will see where that will take you. And it is towards the Two of Cups, it is towards this sense of belonging, the sense of understanding why things have been in a certain way, that with the squirrel, it has been preparing you to what's to come with a higher calling. It is you with the Magician using your skill set to create what it is that you want to experience, and to create the version of you that you want to experience through being loyal towards yourself. But you're still being asked to trust where you're being led. Let's see what is on the bottom of your deck. We got the Hermit. Yeah, okay, so you could still be in the dark, but still knowing that that's not all there is. Still knowing that there is light. You're moving towards the light. But this is also part of what will end. It is the Hermit phase, if that is where you are. It is being alone and isolated, or going through a major inner process that has taken almost like everything from you. Why? To give you everything. This isn't a process that will deplete you. This is a process that will nourish you and lead you towards the light, because there's a lot of fire coming through for you. A lot of sun energy also. With Venus and the Two of Cups, that could be speaking about important connections, loving connections being part of your path. But for them to find you, you will still need to stand in your power and shine like the sun. You will need to stand out by being who you truly are and being loyal to that. Because loving connection seems to be also something that you're being prepared towards, that is also part of like the bigger picture of your life. Okay, group 3. I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.